If you feel like you've been standing still, if you feel like the enemy has surrounded you, or if you feel like your fire has gone cold, stay with me. Today, your story changes. You're walking into a new beginning. Today, we aren't just talking about a book. We are talking about the living breath of the Creator. We are talking about the secret weapon that turns impossible into done. We are talking about the power of Rhema. In the original language of the Spirit, there are two ways to describe the word. First, there is Logos. This is the written word. It is the solid foundation. It is the law, the history, and the eternal truth. It is the Bible you hold in your hands. Without Logos, you have no anchor. When the devil comes to tempt you, you don't need a feeling, you need the Logos. Think of Jesus in the wilderness. He didn't use a vision or a new prophecy to defeat Satan. He used what was already written. He said, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." That is your protection. But then, there is Rhema. Rhema is the now word. It is the word God speaks specifically to you for your situation. Logos says, God provides. Rhema says, go to that specific person today and I will open the door to your business. Logos says, I am the healer. Rhema says, stand up, Peter, and walk on this water right now. Rhema is what makes the impossible possible. It's the spark that ignites the fuel. You can hear 1,000 testimonies of others being healed, but it is the Rhema word that heals you. Why do we fail? Because we try to live on yesterday's manna. We try to fight today's battles with a word we heard 5 years ago. But God is a living God. He wants to talk to you today. There is a danger in being smarter than God. Centuries ago, there was a king named Saul. God gave him a very specific command, a Rhema word. He said, go and finish the Amalekites. Leave nothing behind. But Saul looked at the cattle, the sheep, and the wealth, and he thought, I can be more merciful than God. I can be more sensible than God. He kept the best things. He thought he was being wise. When the prophet Samuel confronted him, Saul had excuses. I kept these for a sacrifice, I did it for God. But listen carefully, God does not want your sacrifices if they are born out of your disobedience. To obey is better than to sacrifice. Saul's mercy became his destruction. Because he didn't finish the enemy God told him to kill, years later, when Saul lay dying on a battlefield, it was an Amalekite who stood over him and took his life. The sin you refuse to kill today will be the very thing that tries to kill your future tomorrow. Are you trying to negotiate with God? Are you saying, I'll follow you, Lord, but I'll keep this one habit. I'll keep this one relationship that you told me to walk away from. Don't be more religious than God. If He tells you to cut it off, cut it off. It's better to enter the kingdom of heaven with one eye than to go to hell with two. When you decide to prioritize the word, people will think you are crazy. Maybe your family says, if you go to that church, we will cut you off. Maybe your friends say, you've changed. You're too extreme. Maybe your bank account says, you can't afford to be generous right now. The world uses influence and status to scare you. They want you to think that without their favor, you will fail. But hear the promise of Jesus. There is no one who has left house or brothers or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands, for my sake and the gospel's, who shall not receive 100-fold now in this time. When you take a stand for the word, God takes a stand for you. I have seen it. People who were financially broken, who were mocked by their relatives, who were told they would never amount to anything. But they chose the word over the world. Years later, the people who mocked them are now coming to them for help. The people who looked down on them are now asking, how did you do it? It wasn't luck. It wasn't smart business. It was the result of a man or a woman saying, I will not move from this word. Why must we read the word every single day? Is it a ritual? No. It is a necessity. If you don't have the word in your mind, the devil will find a home there. He is a snake with thousands of years of experience. He knows your weakness, whether it's money, fear, or your past. If you have zero knowledge of the word, you are an easy target. You might see miracles in the church, you might see the lame walk and the blind see, but if you don't have the word for yourself, the enemy will steal your joy the moment you walk out the door. The word is what keeps you stable. When the storms of life hit, and they will hit, the house built on the sand of feelings will collapse. But the house built on the rock of the word will stand forever. You need to saturate your life with it. It should be on your phone, it should be on your walls, it should be the first thing you think of in the morning. Because when the enemy brings a question, the word brings an answer. As we close today, I want to ask you, what are you feeding? Are you feeding your fears by listening to the world? Or are you feeding your spirit by listening to the living word? God has a top position waiting for you. He has a life of testimony, of full bank accounts, of restored families, and of peace that passes understanding. But the key is in your hands. Don't just be a hearer. Be a doer. If God is telling you to let go of a sin today, burn it. Let it go in the fire. If God is telling you to start that ministry, start it. If God is telling you to trust Him with your finances, trust Him. Your Rhema is waiting for you in the pages of your Logos. Obedience today is your breakthrough tomorrow. Prioritize the word, and the word will prioritize your life. The word is life. Share this with someone who needs to hear God right now. Follow for more. God bless you.